So I have some tattoos at the top of my arm, and when friends I know are sad, I let them colour them in because, you know, some people just need a shoulder to crayon. Come on. Oh. And you know what? Speaking of best friends, you know, one of my best friends is my mouse, my computer mouse, because you know what? We clicked from the first day we met. And
not giving you the pleasure.
No. And lastly, I read in the news today that
is that a promise?
Yeah.
Lastly,
yeah.
Lastly,
yeah.
Good.
Lastly, that on the news that a man was shot 200 times with an upholstery gun, but luckily the surgeons have revealed that he's now fully recovered.
Oh God!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Black Dog Podcast version 2.
Just beginning. Right
it's only started. It's only just started today.
Only just started. Yeah.
Anyway, episode 152. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
I'm Elton.
Oh, he's cheerful. He's coming in warm.
He ain't watched the film this week, has he?
Oh,
yeah, that's what it is.
He clearly hasn't watched the film. Yes, so yeah, here we are. We're all cheerful and raring to go. You can listen to our souls literally leave our body as this podcast progresses over the next several hours. But as ever, we'll see how everyone's week's been. We'll deal with any feedback if there is any. And then we will move on to this week's movie, which was picked, nay, chosen, nay, to be blamed on, Mr. Darren Barnard. What did you pick, sir?
I picked smacking myself in the face with a skateboard. That's what I picked.
Licking your fingers,
or otherwise known, yeah, exactly. Otherwise known as World War Z.
Yes, World War fucking Z. We will be reviewing this.
No, you said it wrong. It's World War Z. World War Z.
I'm a
zombie movie.
I'm the bestest zombie. I'm a good one.
Zombies, look at them.
Let's all get by the tallest tower and the tallest walls and not put any guards on them. Ray. I'm sorry. No, stop. Powder dry.
Yes, easy.
Powder dry. So before we get to that miracle of horror cinema, let's get on and find out how everyone's week's been. So we'll start with you, Jim. How's it been, sir?
Reasonably quiet, to be honest. I've not done a right lot, as it's just seemingly just pissed it down for a week, more or less.
Oh, I was going to say
the various stupid storms.
Yes, yeah. Storm Debbie was the last one that probably passed
Debbie.
away.
I believe it should be pronounced
Mm.
Debbie. That's how it's spelled.
Oh, they spelling it differently, are they?
Yeah, D-E-B-I.
D-E-B-I. Debbie.
D-E-B. Oh, jeez.
Is that a bit like that character from South Park? You know?
Tibby! Tibby!
I'm going to be pissed off if the next one isn't Storm Elton. It has to be.
Well, it could be, or it could be Storm Elon, because you know, won't it have to be? Because that talentless fucking hack.
Has he bought the Storms then as well? Is he going to fuck those up and all? Oh man! So if
he breaks the storms and stop them working, I'll be quite pleased with that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
You'll finally be able to clean your kitchen out from water.
Yeah. Exactly.
Pretty sure there's a joke in there about cloud computing, but you know. Whatever.
Oh no! Don't. Just don't.
Oh, I'll have you know that there's a joke in there called about cloud computing.
Yes, actually, I do believe you'll find. Yes, I'm doing that right now. Actually, actually, I think you'll find. I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I never am.
Yes. Allow me to put forward this hypothesis that there is actually a cloud computing gag in there with the storms and Elon Musk.
I do believe it is so.
We are masters of the comedy. Yes, we are. Marlene.
As the Germans would say, au contraire. cowboy.
Marlene, we're leaving. Anyway, so carry on, Jim. How much the rest of your week?
Oh dear, yes. No, so I'm not reading a right lot or anything very interesting at all. I bought some more bookshelves in order to try and alleviate the huge piles of books that are building up on my floor.
So you can open your door.
Because I have no space, I've still not put the bookshelves up a week later. So that's kind of how my life's going at the minute.
You've got no space to put them up.
No, exactly. It's kind of, oh, God, I can move everything around to try and get the bookshelf up somehow. Fuck, why have I started this?
Nice.
Other than that, I had the joy of going for a CT scan today, which is always an interesting experience. Not.
No.
This time, it's all just roulette with hospital appointments. And this isn't just in the NHS, it's just the vagaries of appointments, particularly with things like CT scans, where some people have problems and get freaked out and they will take a long time.
Yeah.
But the last time I was there for I think half an hour waiting. This time I was there 10 minutes early and I got in 5 minutes early. So swings and roundabouts. And I was out in 10 minutes. He's going, do you know what? Oh, yeah. You don't need to explain anything to me. I've done this about 3 times before. I'm going, go on, stick that stupid needle on my arm. I'll lay down. Go on. Yeah, I know. Hands around the head. Hold your breath. Do what the machine tells you. Can I go now? I can almost work the machine myself now. Press that button. Put that dye in my arm that gives you a big hot flush and makes you feel like you pissed yourself. Go on. There we go.
Nice. Oh, God, I love medical procedures.
It is. But hopefully I'll hear back in a week or so, and hopefully all be good news and good news for Christmas. So I'm fairly confident. So we'll see how it goes. But other than that, there's not really a right lot really happening.
No, that's fine. I think, as I said in the green room, I think after last week's plethora of what the fuck's going on in our weeks, I think we can do with a kind of couple of quiet weeks. It'll be cool. It'll be cool.
Oh, yeah. After October, I want quiet November.
Yes, definitely. I mean, you're the hardest working podcaster. You're the only person I know who puts 3 podcasts out in a single day.
You mad fool.
Yeah.
You're doing another one as we speak, aren't you, Jim? You're doing this one and another one. Wow. He's literally typing it into the Jim Moon AI, which we have no access to. Yeah.
No. I'm old fashioned. I used to use clones.
Oh, right. just
that's
down
how it's done, really.
Just down in the basement. You know how it goes. you and Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Him and Hugh Jackman down in the basement together.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
No.
Oh, so the only other thing I've done, just remembered, we watched A Haunting in Venice.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Which that was very good, actually. I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, this one I do know the book fairly well. And like all of it, does take liberties with the book, but it's sort of it's more kind of inspired by the book, and so that's sort of fine. I'm not overly hung up about it, but it delivers kind of what you want from a proper Agatha Christie novel. All-star cast, good mystery, and it's set in Venice, and it looks amazing.
Yeah,
I mean the other two have looked beautiful, but there's something about Venice and like a gothic spooky murder mystery. It's just like pitch perfect, really good.
Oh, cool.
Very, very satisfying movie. I only wish I'd watched it Halloween night now, because it'd be a very good Halloween movie, because it is a bit creepy. There's some good scares in it. It's really, really good fun. I really enjoyed these Kenneth Branagh Poirot movies. And it's kind of, this is how you should do it for the big screen. They've not updated it and made it into a hip-hop star running crass bullshit. We're feeling from the, hey, I've got a great idea, school of filmmaking.
Yeah. I hear you got a new Agatha Christie for me. I surely do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we might be hearing more of the, hey, I've got a great idea, school of filmmaking. When are you getting into film review?
Oh, God. I hear you got a zombie movie for me? Yes, I do. Stop.
The book slapper cometh.
Yes, certainly fucking does. Okay, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Haunting in Venice, because I actually wanted to see that, and we watched Death on the Nile not too long ago. And while that was a little overlong. I did enjoy it. It's a nice Sunday afternoon cup of tea and a biscuit, Mrs. kind of movie. It's lovely. I really enjoyed
definitely.
it.
It's definitely proper kind of, they don't make them like this anymore, except when they do, sort of movie.
Yeah. Excellent. Cool. Right. Well, I'll look forward to seeing that because I'm really quite keen on watching that, especially after what I've watched this week. Anything with any kind of level of quality will probably be an uptick. Cool. Is that it, sir?
Yeah, I'll leave that there, I think.
Lovely. What about you, Elton?
Well, after the dramas of going to Chroma and all that shenaz, no, it's been pretty quiet. Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Okay.
There's just nothing.
Car battery okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just a bit of a shit weekend, and
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, just leave it at that. It's not fun. So
So you got nothing for us?
No, nothing.
So we can turn into a even funnier story. No.
Yeah. Oh, God, I know.
Sorry, I'm
Really trying to run a business here, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Story embellishments are us. That's it.
Yes. We were all primed and ready to go jump on every word you said, Elton.
I know.
You completely diffused it.
I haven't even got anything to make up. I'm just like, no.
I think you
No.
should come on and just try a little experiment one week and just go on about just a standard straight up story about going to the shops, buying some shopping and coming home again. And let's see what we can do with that. Let's,
Probably quite a lot.
Workshop heckles.
If I'd done something that exciting this weekend, then I would have let you know. But no, nothing like that.
Shit.
Okay. I'm just putting under Elton file not found.
Yeah, that's fine. 404.
404 file not found. Oh dear. Okay, right, fair enough. Well, in which case we'll move on to you then, Dal.
Yes. What have I done this week? Watched a bit of telly this week. One thing in particular, a new show that's just come on to Disney called The Culprits.
Oh, right.
Okay, which they've been advertising quite a bit. And it's a story of a group of criminals who go off to do like a real big, very risky heist.
Mm-hmm.
And the story starts with them after they've done this and they've all gone off into hiding. They've had to all change their identities. And somebody is going around offing each and every single one of them. So you do get quite a graphic, hitman style killing in the very first episode at the very beginning of that episode. And then it kind of focuses on one of the other members of that group. And I think he's going to be the focus of the show mainly. But
Is that on Disney?
It's on Disney. It's I'm really quite enjoying it.
Like high school heisticles.
Yeah, it's like you see where this guy has got himself now, where he is at the moment. He's living out like in the backwaters of America with he's got a husband and they've got some kids. It's like obviously the husband doesn't know what his previous life was. Because, he has to change his identity and just move completely away from where he used to be and has just left everything behind, takes a suitcase with him and off.
Right.
And that's it. And so, it's good. It's good. I would say have a watch of it. I won't say anything more, so I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Right. But it's very much every once in a while they'll jump to the past to build up a little bit more of the picture.
Right.
So they won't give everything away in every single flashback. They just give you a little bit more information as you go, just as much as you need to know for that one time.
Right.
So, so that is on Disney Plus, and it's called The Culprits.
The Culprits. I mean, because I was going to say, because I saw that sounds a bit like that one that was on what was it, Netflix, where they were, what was it, a Kaleidoscope? You know, the one where they had like, it starts off with all the different members of the heist, and you keep jumping back to finding out what's happened to them and why it all went wrong.
The thing about Kaleidoscope, and the rather nice thing, I mean, I never actually watched Kaleidoscope. I think this is the one where, depending on the order of the episode you watch it, is how the story kind of sits with you.
Yeah, well, Netflix plays them in a random order at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so that, I think that's pretty clever, you know, that for it to work like that, for, you know, to give you that different outcome. But this is not like that at all. This is more sort of straight up type of stuff. And yeah, so the first episode, good. It did have me sort of like going, don't do that. At one point, this bloke did this one thing. The main character does this one thing, and it's like, why would you do that? Why? Because this is, you can see this is bound to fail, right? Because Sod's Law, this is not going to go good for you.
Is that a bit like having an untrained scientist walking around a quiet lab with a crowbar?
It could be. What you mean? Maybe called Clunky McJones.
Clunky McKick-Crack.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I do hear that scientist is due to go on to star in Stomp. Chosen theatre near you soon.
Yeah.
And, you see now I've already
broken the seal.
You're triggering the arguments in here with this now.
Stop it.
So let's see, shall we? Let's talk about noise. No, don't do it yet, Darren.
No, steady.
Don't do it
steady.
yet, Darren.
Back.
Don't do it yet.
Rein the horse in.
Rein it in. So what kind of a disease or infection is it, Brad? Just tell me. Come on, Brad. Just explain. Because I'm not quite clear how this works.
Yes, yeah.
Stop it, Darren. I've got so much. It's brimming.
We'll get to the review and we won't have anything left to say. But anyway.
No, I'm shutting up now. Go on.
So culprits here, go on.
Of the culprits, we went to the cinema and we watched Marvels.
Oh, yeah.
And... yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was an awful lot of fun. Lee, I don't think you're going to enjoy it at all.
Oh, thank you.
At all.
Cool.
That's all right. No problem. So I don't know if you want to watch it. But
there's 12 quid saved.
Yeah, more than that.
No, I know. Yeah. I know you're not currently kind of, you know, Marvel's not your. Yeah, exactly. Marvel's not your. Yeah, I mean Disney in general. Probably.
Well, funny enough, I've had a week with the Marvel, but yes, go on, carry on.
Okay. Yeah. So we came out of it. We all thought it was a lot of fun. Props to all the people involved, and I thought Brie Larson actually got a better turn as Captain Marvel in this film than she actually did in the film called Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a lot more. I don't know. She's a lot more looser as a character in this one. She's actually
phrasing.
Not, yeah.
I've suddenly decided I'm going to watch it.
She's not so stiff, if you pardon the expression. Oh God, this is just not happening, is it?
No,
flaccid.
No. But all three.
Phrasing.
All three leads get a decent sort of screen time.
Mm-hmm.
I did really like Miss Marvel in this one as well because of the extreme fangirling.
Yeah,
she does with just about every superhero that turns up. So, oh, you're so and so, aren't you? So yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. The villain actually had a decent set of reasons for doing what they did, as well. I won't say what, but it's. Yeah, there's a bit of a mess to sort out.
See, the problem is, I mean, even though I haven't watched it, and I have no intention of watching it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
I do like to try and at least keep aware of things. So I've kind of gone into I don't care if there's spoilers. I find it out, whatever.
Yeah,
and which is quite away from where we were back in 2019. This time in 2019, I would have probably straight up slaughtered someone who said something someone who said something about this, but I can't help but feel like the plot line from what I've read resembles the villain's plotline in the movie Spaceballs?
It probably does. But, to tell you the truth, a lot of stories are the same as other stories.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
the
I'm just-
motivations and stuff like that. And I think it's
Mhm.
as Frank Carson says, it's the way you tell them.
Yes.
You know, that's it. So yeah, I mean, it probably is the same motivations as that, but it's why that situation is the way it is to begin with. This thing is all about consequences and not actually paying attention or seeing the bigger picture for the actions that you do.
Right.
So and there's a bit of that going on
Okay.
in the film.
Cool.
But I'll tell you what, also, just so if anybody's thinking of going to see it, there are, I suppose you could say 2 post-credit sequels, one just before the credits roll.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sequence there, a tiny little one, but it's the one that comes midway through, midway through the actual credits itself. I actually involuntarily just blurted out, "Oh shit!" I just couldn't help myself.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah,
Again.
exactly. And it's just like, fuck. So yeah, Marvel kind of, you know, not even try to hide stuff anymore. So
No.
have it. So yeah, so I enjoyed that. I thought that was a good post-credit sequence. That was a nice little rug pull.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So yeah, so that enjoyed it very much.
Cool. Lovely. Excellent. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that is about it. Yeah.
Is about it. Right, cool. Well, in which case, to save us some time, I'll just quickly blast through mine. I say quickly. I don't know necessarily. It will be quickly now I've looked at it. The first one, I did watch Tom Cruise's greatest suicidal stunts, number 7.
Mission Impossible to the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. Mission Impossible Destination A&E.
I don't think I want
to.
I don't know if I actually want to watch the film there after watching that little comedy trailer that somebody put together. Because that is it's just beautiful. I want to see that as part of an official Mission Impossible sequel.
Yeah. I do want to see that. Post that up on the Facebook group when you
I
get a
fucking
chance.
will. Yes. Okay.
But yeah, I watched it. It's all right. I mean, I think everyone got paid by the word. In other words, every time someone said the word entity or key, I think someone got 50 quid in their bank, because the way everyone was saying, it's the entity is the entity. And she's like, right, okay.
The entity is the key, and the key is the entity.
Yes, exactly. The action's all right. It's fun. It goes on. For a film that's 2.5 hours long, it kind of rattles along at a pace that something like Indiana Jones and the Zimmer Frame of Destiny didn't for the same time runtime. I mean, it doesn't ever feel slow. I'll give you that. But yes, it does do 1 or 2 characters dirty. I will say that though. It's all right. It's fine. And one scene in particular made me think, do you know, I think I played this on the PlayStation circa 2010.
Was it Siphon Filter by any chance?
No, it wasn't.
No?
It was Uncharted. Uncharted 2
right,
specifically.
I got you. Right.
But if you're familiar with Uncharted 2, there's a sort of opening moment which they almost shot for shot recreate. And it's just like, really? They just had a day off in the writer's room, didn't they? They just went, oh, fuck it. Has anyone seen this remaster of Uncharted 2? Brilliant. Oh, that sounds good. We'll just do that. So that was, but it's okay. It was passable. The next thing I watched was Loki. Now, Loki Season 2, as you rightly said, I'm on a downward trajectory with Marvel, and that's fine. So take whatever I say with the pinch of salt that it obviously needs if you are a fan of Marvel. All over the internet, for people who are clearly invested in it, there's lots of, I was crying by the end of it, #butterfly tears, oh, sort of thing.
Butterfly tears.
Jesus
what's
Christ.
The tears of a butterfly?
I don't
Is that
fucking know.
fucking? Who's that bloke who did Tears of a Clown? Smokey Robinson. Was that what it was called before it was Tears of a Clown? No,
Yeah,
look,
that
Tears
was
of
the
a Butterfly.
that was the working
yeah.
title. I'm sure of it. But
I know you're obsessed with butterflies, mate. But look, let's just it doesn't work.
yeah.
Okay, it doesn't. Scan.
Wendy Craig
What do you
comes
mean,
out.
man? Yeah, Wendy Craig. Love is like a trouser fly. It comes undone when you feel shy. Your multicolored pants come out and show your private thing.
There's an 80s throwback for only a small
Yep.
portion of the audience. Yeah, so there's, I mean, the problem is, and I'm trying to skirt around spoilers as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But if I drop any spoilers, I will just say right now I'm going to talk about it for about the next 5 minutes. So it's 25 minutes in now. Jump to 31, you'll be fine. The problem is it tends. It's like anything. If you base it around time travel, there's a certain inbuilt nature of time travel which will do one of two things. It'll either change your perspective of everything, or it'll do the Star Trek hit the fucking reset button and everything goes back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
You've got one or the other with time travel. It never ever goes any other way. You either go, oh, everything's exploded and we're back here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you go, oh, everything's changed and we're in a new timeline and everything's different and weird. That's the only two sides of time travel you ever get. Loki goes for the Star Trek time travel, but throws in a little bit of a tweak. And the thing is, the problem is there's so much... Well, I've said it before. Streaming service shows have 2 interesting episodes at the beginning of the season, 2 interesting episodes at the end of a season, and then everything that sits in the middle kind of goes... And they find reasons to just drag it out. You know, this is a 5-episode series, but we're going to make it 10 fucking episodes. So you have
Hobbit.
Yeah, exactly. And you have that whole thing of just dragging it out, slowing things down, people working out things that the audience worked out fucking 4 episodes ago. All that kind of stuff. And Loki really does that, and then suddenly just goes, right, okay, fine, we're changing everything. Bang! And changes it. And leaves you in a place where you think, right, that's it. That's the end of the show, end of the series, end of that characters, all these characters' stories, the end. But the problem is, you're left with a feeling you could have got there after episode 3, rather than episodes 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. And it felt like it just wasted a massive stretch of time, which is ironic given it's a story focused around time travel.
Mm.
And yeah, by the end of it, I just felt like it felt like I'd been in one of those cafeteria lines for one of those all-you-can-eat buffets.
Yeah.
And I saw a really nice piece of meat or something on the food queue, and I went all the way around to get it. And by the time I got it, it had basically gone cold, and half of it had a fucking teeth bark in it. And it was just like, ugh, I wish I hadn't bothered now. And that's Loki in a nutshell. I'm sure people got a lot out of it, and that's fine. Good on them. But I just sat there like, oh, right. And all I'm going to say to you, Dal,
Yes.
Danny Franks.
Oh. From Thingy, Bad Company.
Yep.
Right, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Very now. Oh, that's something I didn't think of at the time.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Of course, if we were to say exactly what we meant, that would be just
that would be
cruel.
a spoiler, and it would be cruel. It would be a cruel,
With
cruel
a K.
heart and a
With
double
K.
O.
Yeah, with double O. Yes.
Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so there you
How
go.
did I remember that? Cruel.
Because we
Don't be cruel.
Yeah, yeah. Bobby, it's the Bobby Brown story.
It is Bobby Brown. Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, so yeah, Loki. I mean, people will like it. That's fine. Off they go. enjoy it. Obviously, not my problem, not my thing anymore. But there's a lot I could talk about with it, but none of it would be positive. Because I just feel like I've seen it all before. And I feel like I've been round this fucking merry-go-round 100 times now, and it's just not interesting to me. Nor was it emotionally impactful. And speaking of not emotionally impactful, the last thing I watched was, apart from the thing we're about to review, was the new David Fincher movie, The Killer.
Oh, okay.
On Netflix.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Basically, it's from the same... sometimes you get two David Finchers. You get the one who turns up and wants to make things like Fight Club, and he wants to make... What's it? You got Fight Club and Seven and all these kind of really raw movies.
What's in the box?
Yeah. What's in the box? It's the cure for zombie disease. No. But then you also get the other David Fincher who turns up, who wants to make the Social Network, and wants to make what's it? What's the other one he made recently? Mank, or or what's the other one? I'm trying to think of the other one he did, which was really fucking slow. Oh, Zodiac. Films which are more about atmosphere and not really a lot going on, but a lot going on with the character. Now, that's David Fincher who turns up, not Seven and
The Ragged Tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, deep cut, Duran.
Nice, well done. And basically, I'll tell you what the premise is. Michael Fassbender is a super, super cold as ice assassin. I mean, so cold. He's like, and he speaks in monologues.
You're always breathing steam, and even in hot weather, he's so cold.
Well, not far off. I mean, he literally, everything is just methodical, planned out, step by step, all the way. Nothing is left to chance.
Somebody did say in a review, just one of the top lines was that he's far too convincing as an assassin.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, there's a whole thing he does where he actually does these breathing exercises until his Apple Watch tells him his heart rate's down to 68 or below. So that way his when he fires a sniper rifle, it doesn't deviate due to his pulse on his arm.
Jesus, man.
That sort of thing. So
They thought too much about this.
Yeah, so there's all this kind of thing. And all the time you've got him, he's... Just remember, be methodical. Give no one any opportunity. Do this, do that. Always have a plan. Do not improvise. Adapt. And all this sort of thing. And he's doing that kind of monologue flat all the way through the film. And rarely, if anything, actually saying stuff out loud as a character. And basically... He gives you all this stuff about, boredom is the thing that will take most of people in my profession out of the game. Take your eyes off the ball. Sleep. It'll be the wrong thing to do, sort of thing. And then he makes a mistake.
So he's not listened to what he's just said. Then.
No, and therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem. Because you think, okay, so this film is taking the piss out of him, because every time he starts talking about all these things he does, he fucks up.
I could just imagine it. It's like he's given that, okay, don't do anything out of the ordinary. You must stick to the plan. Don't improvise. Don't do. Oh shit!
Oh fuck hell! as he's playing Splinter Cell on the Xbox.
Yep.
Oh fuck! I'll reset it.
Rage quit.
Yeah, it's turned into a Jiminy Cockthroat clusterfuck. Anyway, so yeah, and essentially, someone gets in the way of one of his bullets, and it all goes wrong. And by the time he gets back home, the people who have employed him have decided to send a message by beating the fuck out of his girlfriend. which immediately means you're on a John Wick move. You're like, here we go. But instead of doing the John Wick, everybody is going to die, he literally just finds out who did the job, who they are, where they are, get to them, take them out, move to the next person, bish, bash, bosh. And it's all very methodical, even down to the fact that he explains how the best way to dispose of body parts. Don't do it in one place. Treat it like a jigsaw. If you can't find one piece, then the whole puzzle's ruined. All that kind of stuff.
Get the bits around the edges first.
Yeah, always get the bits around the edges. Exactly. And so, on the one hand, it's kind of hypnotic, because you're sitting there kind of going, "This is really cool," because you're sitting there and you got this air of authenticity to the whole thing. But then there's so many bits where you just sit there going, "No, he's actually fucking rubbish." He's really fucking stupid. I mean, every one of his nom de plumes, or his sort of aliases that he goes around the world on, they're all comedy dads, comedy sitcom dads. He names them after comedy characters. So you got Sam Malone, or Barney Gumble, or something like this, and they're all like.
Herman Munster.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby Ball.
Yeah, exactly. And it always makes this joke of the fact that he puts down a ticket and it focuses on a name like Lou Grant or something like that. And you're thinking, the fuck? And he's like Sam Malone from Cheers, and you're like, okay.
So you're saying that a supposed professional who's not very good at his job, a bit like a virologist who's got a handgun stand at the bottom of a ramp to a C-10 sort of like carrier plane.
Donk.
Yeah. Shitting fuck. Sorry. It's
the multiverse is leaking through.
Exactly. All the threads are going. This is it. They're all blending into one reality.
So, yeah. So it's kind of weird. I think if I watched it again on my own rather than with two other people sighing, going, "Fuck's sake," I might kind of get more tuned into it. But as it stands right now, I kind of sat there and just went, "Oh no, this." It was kind of mesmerizing, and you were thinking, "Oh, this is going to go somewhere," and then eventually it doesn't, and you just go, "Oh, all right then."
And he didn't get his cock out at all. No,
no, but if you're that interested, you can see it through the steam when he's in the when he's in the bar, when he's in the shower.
Is that a deal breaker? Is it?
Is that a deal breaker? Yeah. The killer and his weapon. Yeah.
Well, it's like John Woo with fucking doves. It's with Michael Fassbender. It's his cock. So
I'll be honest with you.
Sort of like that in slow motion flying across the screen. I don't know where the bullets go. Maybe.
Personally, I didn't see that in X-Men First Class or Day of Future Past, but maybe I just blinked to that bit. Magneto.
It was a post-credit sequence.
Magneto's got his Metallo wang out.
Behold my superpower. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So. Yeah, the killer. I mean, I might stick it on the docket at some point, just because I think it might give us something interesting to say, and I also think that you guys might get more out of it than I did while watching it. But I honestly, by the time we hit the end, I was just like, I'm done with this bloke. I couldn't give a fuck. I really couldn't. So there you go. So maybe I'm just turning into a grumpy old man. Turning? You say? Turning?
Turning?
So there you go. Right. That's that for my week. No exploding cars. I would like to say that the dashboard is still attached. So that's
the dashboard is the only thing that's left.
It's just a metal frame with a dashboard. The doors have fallen off.
Yep.
Everything else is on
loosened
fire.
It, and the car exploded. It kind of flew clear of the fire. So,
yeah, exactly.
That's
it. It's all gone. So yeah. So we got some feedback. We'll go through very, very quickly. We had hold on, Sean Gleason, who wrote in, and these are all on the Facebook group. This is facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast. But you can send emails in if you want to, which is feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. But anyway, Sean Gleason wrote on the Facebook group. He said Lee's response to next week's movie choice is accurate, and anyone saying they want to is an accurate response to saying that anyone wanted to watch this movie. Talking about this movie that we're about to review this week.
Indeed.
Because I think I said the words "fucking you" repeatedly for about 5.5 minutes.
Smacking your head against a solid marble wall.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Odile Thomas also wrote to say, I have a plea to make. You were talking about your week and mentioning good films you've watched, and she can't remember the titles. She can't remember the titles of the films we were talking about, which was Evil Lurks, When Evil Lurks in Suitable Flesh. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we have rewindables. There's the ability to rewind. But anyway, so yeah, there you go, Odile. Will Catlin Hallett wrote in to say that he completely forgot about Skullface McGinty. Because from
forgot
our
about Drain X. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody forgets about Skullface.
Isn't it right, Skullface?
It's like everybody forgets about Chicken Attack until
Chicken Attack.
suddenly it's very relevant again.
Yeah.
You should know that the man with the power of nature can bring you to the edge of your life.
And you know that you're totally fucked. Chicken Attack.
That's it. I've got that on my player somewhere. I'm gonna be listening
You should
to that.
know by now. Anyway, so yes. So Skullface McGinty, if anybody wants to go hunting it down, look up the Wolf Cop episode. I think it's from the old series, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Old school.
Old school Black Dog, when we just didn't care. Less than we didn't already. Yes, and Steve Deegan wants to know if us saying Judge Our Fudge was actually 4 men and 1 cup, with your fudge assessments.
Indeed.
Yes.
No, I said it was 4 men, 1 slab, because they sell it in slabs.
Exactly. Yes. Stop. Leave the fudge alone.
I've got fudge on my gloves.
Oh, good Lord. Fudge gloves.
Fudging my gloves, fudging my gloves.
Fudge.
Fudging my gloves, fudging my gloves.
Fudge.
I went to the shop and bought a fudge.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Fudgy fudge.
Fudgety fudge. Do. Yeah. Don't Google that. Don't Google that,
Whatever
Martin.
you do, don't Google that. Really don't.
Fudge gloves.
We will not be responsible for you losing your job.
No.
Yeah.
or your soul, or your eyes, or anything.
NSFW.
An actual piece of feedback on the actual film, however, came through from Jack Woodgate, who said, "You asked what this film could be a metaphor for, and I think I have an idea. Everyone, buckle up. Online chat rooms such as Omegle and Chat Roulette. I honestly don't know what Omegle is, but I am now going to Google it.
Is that why, sir?
I don't know.
Are you
Omegle.
sure?
It says here, Omegle, talk to strangers. Video chat with strangers.
But Mum and Dad told me never to do that. I'm so confused.
Why? What is...
Let's go on it and then count the seconds on which we see a penis.
It says here,
Count
what
the
is
seconds we're on a
Omegle?
register.
What is Omegle and what do parents need to know? Oh, good Lord. What is Omegle?
What do parents need to know?
Stranger danger.
Is it like a children's chat room thing?
No, not going there.
No, I'm seriously asking a question because it said, what do parents need to know?
No, it says here. It
It's
says
a
here, who
youth-orientated service.
Yeah, Omegle is has a minimum age rating of 13 years with parental permission. Without parental permission, users must be 18 or older.
Let's not go anywhere.
How do you prove that? Did you get parental permission? Yes, I did.
Mm,
Honest. Oh, we believe your bullshit completely.
You
yes.
put in your date of birth, of course.
Oh, here
Oh,
we
yeah,
go.
of course. There you go.
Here we go. This is on the what Internet Matters. What parents need to know about Omegle. A BBC News investigation found sexually explicit videos and live streams involving minors as young as 7 or 8, which spread widely across the site.
Fantastic.
Well, I don't think we'll be going on Omegle. I think it might be dead, hopefully. Anyway, Jack continues. Wind it back in. Wind it back in. Sometimes we dug too deep, Frodo.
I've been to the dark web. I've seen things.
Yes. Well, actually, funny enough, the next line, Jack actually explains, these sites are mostly populated by young people looking for a giggle and old perverts looking to groom them. We have definitely dug too deep, Frodo.
Yep.
Anyway, visually, the scenes in the movie, I'm presuming, not Omegle, the scenes in which the contact is made is very much like using the ones on these sites. A head and a shoulders shot of the participant looking directly into the camera. Talk to me is like pressing the Let's Chat button and a random spirit suddenly appears before them, not fading in, but looming out of the darkness and rising out of the mist. And bam, suddenly they're just there, staring blankly at you. I let you in is being like sharing personal information with a stranger, putting one in even greater risk. Well, there you go. Jack imparts some information and drives us down a rabbit hole, which I really didn't want to go down. Thanks, Jack.
Are you telling me there are dark areas on the interwebs?
I believe there might be, but I wouldn't like to say because I never go anywhere near them. I'm a good boy.
You just blew my tiny little mind.
I mean, you know.
Surely not.
No, surely not.
Surely not.
But
the internet is a tool.
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah. I mean, to be quite honest, you know, I will probably say that, you know, it's probably a fair metaphor for sort of like just randomly calling up and you have no idea what you're going to get on the other end of the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
It would be like, randomly buying up a book title and trying to make a film of it and, just randomly putting it all together. And then not knowing what you'll get at the end of it. I mean,
nobody would be that stupid as to buy the rights to a book and
not
just
make it based on the book.
discard them.
Oh,
yes.
No, nobody would they?
Nobody
Who
would
would do a
fucking
thing like
That's
that?
Stupid.
Someone would say, "Hey, I've got a great idea."
Yeah. I hear you've got a great book license for me. I surely do.
That doesn't sound like the father's the book. Shut up, that's why.
I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back about that. Anyway,
okay.
let me get off that thing. Right, so, yes, thank you, Jack. Yes, if anybody else like Jack or like Odile or like Sean or anyone else out there would like to send in any feedback about anything we say on this podcast, God help our soul.
Do so at your own risk.
do so at your own risk because mocking may occur. Then, please do send it in. Go on the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast, or join us over and on the emails and send us an email at feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. I'm sure there are other media ways of getting in contact with us, but those are the only two I use, so probably not. Don't know why I said that now. It seems like the kind of conversational stopper that I really shouldn't have engaged in. And there goes the steam from the engine as we slowly roll towards the end of this segment.
Yes.
Because you know what? We know what's coming next, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Are we ready? Or do we need booze?
Booze, I think.
I think booze. Roll the jingle. Right. World War fucking Z is a 2013 American action horror film directed by Mark Forster. You may remember Mark Forster as the director of such amazing things as Quantum of Solace and Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robin?
Yes. Christopher
Robin?
Yes.
Wow. Bloody timing, 100 Acre Wood.
At least it wasn't Blood and Honey, whatever it's called.
No, not that one. No. Now, the film is based upon a novel of the same name by Max Brooks. It's not Wikipedia. It really isn't. But even better than that, it was until it was got into a screenplay by Matthew Michael Carnahan, Drew Goddard, and pause, Damien Lindelof.
Oh,
Fucking
I
hated
didn't
him.
spot that in the credits.
Oh, man.
Fucking hell.
Oh my man, it's just you're responsible.
I did hear about him being, coming in and changing stuff. So we can do that later if you wish.
Yeah, like no, don't worry about reading the book. There you go.
Mhm.
You just do this.
Yeah.
It's a script for you. Write that.
Apparently,
But-
Lindelof was hired to rewrite the third act.
Yeah.
Drew Goddard was hired to rewrite the rewrite.
God.
Oh God! But then we have J. Michael Straczynski coming in to rewrite the entire fucking lot.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
What?
Yes. The film.
What?
Yes. Yes.
I am David Tennant's. Surprise. That's
David
what I am. What?
David Tennant's doctor. What? What? Yeah. It stars and was produced by Brad Pitt. It stars Brad Pitt and others. I think that's probably the best way of putting it. One of whom is a doctor who works at the World Health Organization.
Yep.
Peter Capaldi.
Have you
Doctor
seen
Who.
what? If you pause it, right,
Mhm.
while watching it on, I think it's on Amazon, it's actually got their Who Doctor.
Yes.
It has, yes.
It does.
Ah, foreshadowing, see? Mm.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, there's a note that I've written that I can scrub out. Great.
Wow, you had notes.
Yep.
You had notes. Right. Yes. The movie had a budget of, now brace yourself for this.
3.5p and a button.
No. Oh no, my friend. Oh no.
Okay.
$269 million.
Ay, caramba.
$269 million.
Yes.
Most of that was Brad Pitt's wage packet, wasn't it?
I don't know. All I know is that's a very expensive movie. Oh,
That was
God.
one heck of a trip to fucking Glasgow. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah. Yes. Let's speed this up a bit now. $269 million. I mean, hold on a second. Avengers Endgame.
Oh, God.
I'm just trying to see how much that cost, because I mean that had about 20 million people in the bloody cast, and that had a budget. Oh, that had a budget of 400 million. There you go. Okay, fair enough. I'll shut up now. I didn't think it was nearly as expensive as that, but anyway. Yeah. So how much do you think it made at the box office on its $269 million? I'm going to skip around Darren because I think Darren might go a little off the prairie with this one. But what about how do you think it made at the box office, Elton?
I don't know. I slipped over and shot myself in the head.
No, let's just correct that. Correction. I wish I'd slipped over and shot myself in the head.
Jim?
I'm going for 6 million very ill-timed sing-alongs.
Oh yeah. Let's all sing "Kumbaya" onto a microphone on. But anyway,
What with the Israeli flags and the Palestinian flags?
oh, let's not.
Easy, back off,
Easy.
back off.
Step
back off.
Step away from that conversation.
I'm just saying, it was very well timed, Darren. Thank you.
Yeah, you put us
What
in a
was-
political. You
yeah.
put us in a political hot potato, mate. Darren, when you finish recording on the toilet and straining your ass out,
Yep.
do you want to tell us how much you reckon it made at the box office?
What do I reckon it made at the box office? Let's see, shall we? How about It made an infection that we don't know. Is it in the blood? Is it in the saliva? Is it a skin infection? Who knows? Who fucking cares? That's what it made. All right, that's what it made at the box office. Oh, and Brad Pitt eating stuff. That's what it made at the box office. Okay, acting and eating. Okay, eating and acting while he's eating, and eating the acting and eating and the scenery.
And don't forget his product placement for Pepsi.
Oh yeah, mustn't forget that. Yeah.
Anyway,
mustn't forget that.
Yeah, well, actually, dishearteningly, in fact, it made $540.5 million.
Ooh, wow!
It made a lot of money,
but it's not getting a sequel. Do you know why it's not getting a sequel? Do you know, right? They did an interview with the director who said he's not going to do a sequel because he sat down and he watched The Last of Us, and that was it. He suddenly realised, I can't do this.
Well, that's a good, yeah.
So thank you, Pedro Pascal and the boys. Okay, thank you for that show. It was a fantastic show, but you gave us a freedom in the future from having a sequel to this pile of old shite.
Yes. Yes. And the other reason it was cancelled was apparently the Hollywood Reporter said the Chinese government put a ban on films featuring zombies and ghosts, which gave Paramount, who were funding it, a bit of the heebie-jeebies on making their money back, so they cancelled the sequel on that basis alone.
Yep. And their new film Ghost Zombie also was kind of like, no, can it? Just get rid of it.
Yeah,
stick it in the same bin over there with Batgirl. Go on, that's it,
and was it Wile E. Coyote versus Acme as well?
There we go.
There you go, which is currently doing a thing. Okay. Shall we just go around the table briefly?
Yep.
Because I know it's going to go into one.
Yep.
But briefly about what we thought about it. Top line, no spoilers. He says, desperately trying to keep the format. Darren, would you like to go first? No, actually, no, you picked it. You can fucking wait your turn. You can fucking wait your turn.
What?
Right to the fucking end.
You better have a decent rant.
You know what you did. You just
I know what I did. I did it deliberately to prove a point.
What was the point?
That I wasn't just being a fucking book fanboy about this being a shit film, right? I was right.
Right, okay.
I was right, it's a shit film.
Stop it. Stop right there. Stop right there.
I don't care.
That's not
the fucking. It's like the Loki thing. The fucking the loom's broken and it's all spiraling out now.
I'm banging my gavel. Stop it.
Oh yeah. Euphemism.
Euphemism. Do we not do phrasing anymore? Anyway,
you bang that gavel, sexy.
Yeah. It's because I'm warm, Elton.
They don't know what that means.
I know nobody knows what that means. And even the fact that it's random just makes it better.
We're still going to put it on a T-shirt.
We're still going to put it on the T-shirt alongside Is He In? Episode 1, Episode 2, with a load of blank pictures. Anyway, Elton, what did you think of World War Z?
Okay, so I had read the book going into my first view of this. So I was well aware of what it wasn't. So I know that. But I went in because I saw this at the cinema and I thought it was all right. But I thought it was all right because it was different from the book and people were bitching about it not being the book. And so I think I had a better take on the film because I was like, well, what do you expect from a zombie movie? Really? So
is that a rhetorical question?
Yes, it is.
Because I could give you an answer if you like.
So, no, you go for it. Yeah.
No, save it. I'll wait. Back over in the corner. You get back in the cage, Barnard.
I'm back in the cage.
Back in the cage.
I'll be back.
Beast in me. Right, go for it.
Go on, back
I'll
in
go
the
and
sack,
sing some
Barnard.
Johnny Cash songs in the corner.
Back in the sack. Back in the sack.
Julia's gone. One more round. Julia's gone.
Right, Elton, do continue.
So the first time round, I quite enjoyed it. I think I don't remember how I felt actually watching it the first time round, but I think I enjoyed it, and I have watched it a fair few times since on the home cinema, and was like, it goes into that pile of guilty pleasure, knowing
Where's
that
that
it's
fucking Christmas card list? Strike's name.
You know that Christmas card you never get, Elton? You're definitely not getting it now.
Yeah, this is it. No, it's going to go full circle. You will actually get one. That's the thing. So,
Flaming bag of shit on your doorstep. Anyway, carry on, Elton.
Sorry, mate,
I
go
was
on.
trying to carry on, but there you go.
no, I couldn't. I couldn't resist. I
I
just
know.
could not resist. It was an open goal right there.
Forget where I was now. Yeah, it was a guilty pleasure, just because it was such an easy watch, and it was just, it doesn't matter. It was one of the things that it didn't matter if I watched it or not, but I got something out of it every time I watched it. This time round, though, with a bit of a critical eye on it. Wow, that's a heap of steaming shit, isn't it? It really is bad.
Welcome home.
For many reasons, and I want to thank you, Darren. Thank you.
Kill the fatted calf. The prodigal has returned.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So you're back home now, Elton. Is that it?
Yeah, turns out I am. Yes, yeah. There you go.
Bring out Peters and Lee.
Yay! Welcome home. Welcome home. Come on in.
Yeah, I
Shut
think
Close
the door. Yep.
it doesn't mean that I won't watch it in future because
Get
it
out.
is- Door just slams in my face.
Welcome home. Fuck off.
It's like that Love Actually, but it's Boris behind the door. Oh, fucking hell.
Some bloke in some pub called the Slaughtered Lamb just turned to me and said, "I haven't missed that time porn in 15 years."
You me miss. Sorry, carry on now.
Oh, no, there's nothing else to carry on.
No, go on.
Move
go
on.
You will watch it again. You will watch it again.
Just because it's like drinking a glass of water. It's so fucking plain.
What you mean? Twice filtered and full of shit.
Yeah. Full of chlorine.
full full of effluent. Right. Okay. Cool. Jim, over to you.
Okay, right. This is the second time for me watching this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, right, this time I'm going to be fair. I'm going to pretend that it isn't supposed to be adapted from the book and take the film on its own merits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my top line review is far less than the sum of its parts.
That's very kind, man. That's very kind.
Yes.
It's not really. It's not really.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, for me, I'll keep it brief. This is my second time of watching. And to quote my dad, when my brother was born, the first time I didn't believe it. The second time I wish I had. And I maintain that's exactly how I felt last night. The first time I wish I hadn't seen it, and the second time I really wish I hadn't seen it. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I did exactly what you did, Jim. I had a sort of like, okay, it's not the book. Let's just watch it as a zombie movie. See how we go from there. And still, nah. It's not really a zombie movie, really, but we'll talk about that later. So, over to you then, Dal.
So,
better be good. This better be good.
so, right?
A lot of apologies. I'll tell you what that should be. Yeah, go on.
Imagine, right?
There's no
Imagine like the book is Jim. Okay. Accomplished podcaster, stuff like that. You know, very skillful, great to listen to. That sort of thing. All right. Okay.
You listen to a book.
You listen to a book, yes, you do. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. No, this says nothing to me.
Vienna.
Oh, we are all linked now. This is it. This is a hive mind.
There are 3 lights.
Exactly. Yeah. Indeed. We'll all be finishing like just one word each of a sentence.
Yeah,
that's what it'll be. Like, what's that fucking thing from Battle Beyond the Stars, Nestor or whatever the fuck it was called?
Where they're all sitting there, and one puts the thing in their mouth, the other one chews, and the next one chews, and the next one chews, and the final one swallows. Yeah.
Yep.
Elton, you ready to swallow, mate?
Have been for many years.
Anyway.
So it's like me coming along, right? And like I am the film, right? Imagine I am the film World War Z. It's like me coming along and nicking Jim's jacket and then go around going, "Yeah, I'm Jim Moon up from North." No, believe me, I am. Look at me, I'm wearing the jacket and everything, and I read books. Good. Janet went to shops. Janet bought biscuits. Janet came home and said hello to Roger Red Hat. See what I mean? It's like, it's a shit representation of Jim Moon, right? There's nothing there of Jim at all apart from the coat, and that's what this is what this fucking film is. Okay, it's a shit book by Huey Boll that's wearing the dust jacket of the fucking novel World War Z. That's what it is, right? That's what you've got before you here, right? It's this fucking cynical fucking cash grab. Okay, we're going to make a zombie film that's not going to be very good, but I'll tell you what we'll do is let's buy up the rights to a fucking novel that's everybody, a lot of people really, really like, and let's give the name to that, and let's get them in the cinema, because that's how we make our fucking money back. Okay, that's how we'll make our 290 million back. We'll pretend. Okay, let's pretend it's actually the film World War Z. Okay, the book World War Z. Let's do that. Let's do that. I tried to be fair to this film. I tried to do what you guys did. Right? I thought, come on, let's give it a go. And last night, I was sat there watching the film, and I'm looking at it. Right. Okay. And I could feel my back aching. Right. And I just heard Ree go, "Look at the scowl on his face." And I didn't realise I was doing it. Right. I was sat there looking like someone. Right.
Bainsnon's having a strong call of ambulance.
I'm not joking. I was grimacing. It was like I was sat on the toilet straining out a big one. Right. That's what it was like. I think I actually caught myself doing that.
Giving birth to a Greg's pasta.
Yeah, exactly. No. Because what you do when you do this kind of shit is you stop someone else from making an actual proper version of it. Right? From actually giving it a good attempt, right? You've stopped that for the next 10 to 15 fucking years until the rights are up. And then you'll probably do a special edition of it just to keep those rights within your studio. And it'll be another fucking 15 years after that till there's another opportunity for somebody to come along and do it. And you'll release another shitty version, or you'll do an animated version of it or something just to keep that title within your studio. And that's what it'll be, right? It'll be locked in there for fucking good. That's what it'll be, right? You're never getting that back again, right? We are never getting a decent version of that on the cinema, right?
No.
Even if you take like 4 or 5 of the best stories from the original novel and film them, right? Okay? Even if you did that, you're not getting that now.
Right.
You're not getting that at all. And that's what this is done. This is this is the sort of thing. I try to be fair, and then that sort of stuff creeps into my head, and it's just, oh my God. But there are, yes, we'll get into the finer points of this.
Yeah.
As we go on. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will just mention, just because I mentioned it at the beginning, an amount of writers that came on, and I'm just going through the wiki now, which is not quite Star Trek motion picture length, but it is quite extensive. And apparently, Max Brooks had no control over anything at all.
No. But I'll tell you what, the holiday home that it bought for him is lovely. So
yeah, which is good because he can fucking hide.
Yeah.
No, but
why, Max? Why? Why did you do it, Max? Why?
Money. But Straczynski, J. Michael Straczynski was the first writer on the thing, and I said he was the last guy brought in to rewrite. That wasn't right. Basically, according to this, he wrote the script and was initially challenged with identifying a way of adapting the book. Yeah.
Right.
So he came up with the idea of a main character that would run throughout the book.
Fair enough.
And apparently it was described as a conspiracy thriller, like All the President's Men. And, basically that was that. But Mark Forster, the director of, as I mentioned once before, Quantum of Solace and Christopher Robin decided or came up with the conclusion that the film and the script, and I quote, he said something along the lines of it needed work. It wasn't quite right. Yeah?
It needed work. And this was your work, was it?
Yes.
This is what you shat out, was it?
Okay. But hang on. The film went into production in 2009, right?
Okay.
And that was using his script, using Straczynski's script. However, once they were filming, right? Once they were filming in Tunbridge Wells, by the way, they were filming in Tunbridge Wells.
Of all places.
Of all places. Tunbridge Wells, Glasgow.
That wasn't doubling for Israel, was it?
No, Glasgow was doubling for Philadelphia.
What was Tunbridge Wells doubling up for there, Lee?
I don't.
Was that downtown New York during the 70s? Is that what it was?
I think
that
aircraft
was
carrier.
Probably. Yeah, because they had to make it because they were uncertain about tax credits. But anyway, so
tax credits.
Yeah, tax credits.
They had a lot more to worry about than fucking tax credits.
Yeah, the film was going to be filmed in Russia, and the crew moved to Budapest, but that got redone. There was all sorts of issues, and the film was still going in production in 2012. Bearing in mind that Straczynski wrote the script in 2009, right? And in 2012, they brought on Damon Lindelof. And he was
Lindelof.
He was hired to rewrite the film's third act and reshoots.
Well, I read on that X-ray thing, and this was briefly, so I kind of scanned it, but it sounded like they wanted the finale to be in Russia, but it was all a bit disjointed and didn't quite work. And it was a bit too over the top and trying to get. I think he said something about one scene, the Israeli scene, and then they wanted to one up that with the Russia war, and yet they couldn't. So Damon Lindelof came in and went, do you know what? Let's just have them walking around a supermarket.
Yes,
because that's what it is.
Yeah. Essentially, walking around the back of the local Lidl.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I just wanted to get it sort of like the timeline right because I said that at the beginning and it was wrong, and I know
he wanted nectar points, didn't he? That's what it was.
He did.
He wanted his nectar points.
Right. So before we get into it, obviously, if you haven't seen this film and you want to know what the fuck we're on about, then by all means, pause the podcast. Go off and watch it because we're going to go into spoilers from here on in. If because obviously we don't want to spoil a movie that is, frankly, 10 years old. But let's not worry about that. But if you wanna come back once you've watched it, then that's fine. But we will be into spoiler territory after The Lighthouse and Paul Shane. So roll The Lighthouse. And where's Paul?
Baby, baby.
Thanks, Paul. So let's get into this old bollocks. So, firstly, I mean, can I ask a question? Who here has read the book?
I've read the book.
You've read the book. Elton, you
Read
said
the
you
book.
read the book. Darren, you've definitely read the book.
A few times.
Yes, and I have certainly read the book.
And
So-
I've listened to the audio. Both audios.
And I sang
including
the theme
one,
tune, and I wrote
Yep.
the theme tune.
including the, I think it's like a 12-hour version read by one bloke in monotone, who couldn't.
It's not
do
Michael
character
Fassbender
acting.
from
No.
the Killer, is it?
No, and
All
I've
right.
also listened to the one where they've had proper actors like Mark Hamill and Alan Alda doing vocal work on as well.
Oh, right.
And
Nice.
I've read the Zombie Survival Guide by the same bloke as well.
So what you're basically telling me is you've got buyer's remorse times 1,000,000. at this point.
Oh man, oh man.
Okay.
Have you read the
Oh.
G.I. Joe books that he wrote?
Who? Max Brooks?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh, there you go.
They made that into a film as well. See the pattern. See, this is it.
That's
Don't
amazing, though. That's the
don't
thing.
start him. Don't give him that. Don't give him that opportunity, Dal. He's luring you into the trap. Don't do it.
You just feel the trap closing, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can. Yeah,
It's suddenly getting very claustrophobic in here. What is
the
going
sound-
on?
Hold on. It's the squeaky sound of Sienna Miller in leather chaps appearing over the horizon.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, good Lord. Fuck off. sounding like two rubber balloons being pushed down a pipe. Yes. But another.
The Baroness is slid down a fireman's pole.
So, firstly, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. The book itself. I take it we all like the book, yes?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so how would you have done this book? And let's just get that out of the way, because I think we've all got to agree that if they just adapted the book, we would have been happier. But how would you have seen it happening? Because that was apparently the biggest challenge.
TV show. That's it. No, not a film. TV show. If I can choose any medium for this, TV show, HBO, give it to them. Let them do it.
Right.
Pick
Okay.
pick the big stories, do one episode of it, or have a couple of stories per episode.
Right. Okay.
You can still have your single protagonist going around doing the interviews and just fade it into the action, if you know what I mean. So there you
Okay.
go.
What about you, Jim?
Well, obviously, this kind of, you want to be kind of like Mungo style mockumentary.
Mm.
And
Okay.
I'd go with Darren. You should do it kind of like a TV series, but
Yeah.
like a documentary TV series. Kind of like the World of War, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and but
Nice.
zombie style, because that's what the book is effectively.
Yeah.
And it would translate just quite well just doing it like that.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Elton, what about you?
Well, in this situation, I do agree. Yes, TV show would be the preferred way,
Mm.
but I think you could get a couple of movies out of this.
Mm.
You
You
could
could.
make something damn good
Mm.
in movies.
Mm.
Or you could go down the TV route and then just blitz it on the socials as well.
Yeah.
Because this has it's got that ripeness of vertical video being plastered all over the place.
Is that your ultimate horror?
Oh, it is an actual horror. But I'm thinking marketing and building up
Mm.
what you have here.
Mm.
You could have it all over the place. You could have it on TikToks and on YouTubes and all over the place, because
Mm.
the world going to shit on via zombies will be filmed by the general public on their telephones.
Yeah.
It will do, and it will suit that. And imagine having the 10 episode HBO thing, but also webisodes that you can pick up and watch, and they be like super enhanced.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the like the Blade Runner webisodes that you don't have to watch them, you don't have to see them. The ones for 2049,
Yep.
where you don't have to watch them, you don't have to see them, but if you do, that's a nice little addition.
Yeah.
Nice, cool. Because I was going to say, because for me, the way I would probably do it would be just a 2-hour movie documentary, like one of those kind of what's the one From the Earth to the Moon,
Yes,
or something like that. Proper, eyewitnesses sitting in front of a black canvas, talking to an off-screen interviewer, interspersed with bits of footage, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of just cutting in and out, showing you sequences, then cutting to news reports. The mockumentary style, as you say, Jim. But I just think you could easily do it in a movie. I don't think you'd need to necessarily go beyond that. I think if you did the TV show, there would be a need for it to be. I don't know. I get the feeling.
I think you could mix the format with that, couldn't you? Really, if it was a TV show, you could have it one episode all filmed on, say, like a camera phone or whatever, and it's because there are certain things in that, like going to see the when they talk to the government official about the efforts of trying to get the country back on its feet again and stuff like this. You'd have that as a standard sort of like thing.
You'd have an episode of, is it Japan or is it China that go underground? I think it's Japan.
It's
isn't it?
North Korea.
Oh, is it North Korea?
They go under, and that's it. No,
which gets mentioned in the film. Which gets mentioned in the film, but it's a throwaway mention.
Yeah, it's that the FBI agent or CIA agent that mentions how they've, this is how they've dealt with the problem. But in the book, they do kind of say they went underground, and nobody, even past 10 years after the event, North Korea still hasn't come out of hiding.
Yeah, nobody knows what's happened to them, and nobody's going to go in there to find out.
So that's an episode just waiting to happen, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, the reason I wanted to do that was I wanted to get that up front was because I think if we get that out the way, I think it's too easy. It's too easy to just basically kick this film to death on what it's not, as opposed to what it is. And I would be quite happy, were we in the pub, to sit here for another hour and 3/4 and go, well, what about this? What about that? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? I think we've all got to just agree that it's not the book.
It's not even remotely like the book.
Nothing. It's not even close. I mean, it's literally just
like a coincidence. It has the same title.
Exactly. And
well, couldn't they sell the rights of Mel Brooks's World War Z?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks is World War
Max
Z.
Brooks, sorry.
I was going to say.
Now you're talking. Yeah. That's a film project.
Yeah. Throw out your hands, stick out your tush, teeth on your neck, give him a push, and how are you doing? The twitchy zombie mistake. Voila.
They could actually re-release To Be or Not To Be, the track, and just redo the lyrics.
Yeah,
really
that's it. Yeah, you could be like, put it on the roots. Anyway,
to Z or not to Z. Oh, baby, can't you see? We're gonna make it to the top.
Yeah. So I think going forward for the rest of this review, I think we've just got to have that under the line. It's not the book. It's nothing like the book. And because it's nothing like the book, already it's on a fucking loser.
Can I just ask, Elton, if you were to make these things as movies, a set of movies, would you call it World War Z #1, World War Z #2, or World War Z #3?
Or would it be Z?
Z, yeah. Z or Z?
I think it's Z because Max Brooks is American, isn't he?
Yes.
I suppose so, yeah. I suppose you can call it anyway. It's an international story, that's it. So it's like
Z.
Z. Yeah.
Zed's dead, baby.
Where's the gimp? He's sleeping. We'll wake him up.
But the first one wouldn't be
Yep.
one.
Wouldn't it?
It'd just be no.
You sure?
You don't do that. You don't do that. Because if you don't,
Would
make
it be
number
World War
two,
Z
then-
episode 1, or would it be a World War Z episode 2?
Don't poke the bear, man. Don't poke the bear. We got so much more to get through.
We have.
We
Sorry,
could
I'm
be
just
here
trying to
for
bring
an
some
hour.
levity to the sort of very
Yeah, I'm gonna
aggressive.
laugh at you.
bring some levity by yes.
Yeah,
Thank you,
by
me.
inflicting
Thanks.
this shit on us, just so you
If
can
I
prove
don't,
you're
I'm
not.
going to kill someone.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring some levity to the proceedings that by inflicting this horrible pain upon my friends. Yeah, well done, fantastic. To prove a point to yourself that you're not a book fanboy.
Now
By
imagine
proving
that
you're a
coming
book
out.
fanboy.
Imagine that coming out of the Joker's mouth, and you'll see where I'm going with this.
Some people want to watch the world burn, Mr. Wayne, Master Wayne. So now we've established it's not the book. It's never going to be the book. It's absolutely a complete travesty and nothing like the book. As a zombie movie, just pure and simple on its own, what do we think of it?
Utter crap.
Right.
Yeah.
Utter crap. Yep. Down.
It doesn't. It sets its rules out, and then it breaks them.
Yep.
Right.
I'm sorry,
Totally agree.
but no. You get
There's no
bitten
limit.
by a zombie, right?
Mhm.
Okay. As I've seen from earlier on, the blood travels around the body at something like 3 foot a second.
Mhm.
Okay, if he's going to chop anything off, it's going to be most of the fucking right hand side of a body. Okay, not just a bloody hand. Because I'm sorry, she's dead already. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Bleh. And
But-
you notice most people falling in the streets,
Mhm.
as soon as they're bitten, they start going funny. That's it. There's none of this screaming at stuff. They go. That's it. They start the transformation there. It's an 11-second process. Although later on, somebody says, well, it's 5 minutes. So they move the goalpost again. You see?
That's the problem. They broke their own rules. They set out their own rules
Yeah.
and then swiftly broke them.
I'm
Mm.
guessing that 11 seconds is the thing, though, because how would you have so many people turning into fucking zombies all at one go if it's
Well,
not?
Don't set that parameter.
You
That's the
shouldn't be.
thing. The thing is, I'm looking at The Walking Dead. They don't have that parameter. That can
Exactly.
happen immediately, or it could happen hours later.
It's it's more realistic to how a disease or an infection works. It depends on things like, I'm sure it's got something to do with like your body weight, or, your mass and stuff like this, and your general sort of metabolism as well.
Well, it's like in the George Romero movies. It's kind of it's different if you're dead and exposed to whatever it is that zombifies you, or if you're bitten. 'Cause if you're bitten, it depends on like your constitution of how long and how badly you've been bitten.
Mm.
But once you're dead, that's it. You are fucked. You will rise. It's not a matter. It's not an infection. Just the dead rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike that bread I made the other day. Sorry. Stick some random non sequitur in there just to derail everything. Yeah, I was going to say the thing for me as a zombie movie is you got 2 problems. One, it's a PG-13 movie, and secondly, it's an action movie. So the problem is you've got two warring genres inside a fairly tame horror film. So straight away, it's like, well, what film are we doing here? Are we doing an action disaster movie where everyone has to be absolutely fucking stupid and the hero has to be infallible, covered in plot armor like you wouldn't believe? Survive the crash. Anyway, yeah, that plane.
God, my
There's
fucking throat. I'll tell
No one was getting out of that goddamn fucking plane, but an action hero would get out of that goddamn plane.
I'm surprised, given the actual quality of the writing for this film, that Brad Pitt didn't actually stand in the doorway of the actual plane and just step off as it hit. you know, and just like, there we go, I'm done. See, I got off the plane.
Oh,
I survived.
the
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny surviving the falling lift escape.
That's the one. Yes, let's do that.
So the first thing is you got the action movie side of things, which means you have to have a fucking fight or a blast or an action beat or an explosion or a running, shouting, guns everywhere every 5 minutes. So that's your first thing. So that immediately kills any tension if you're looking at a horror film. But then you're looking at a PG-13, which means that any violence, real violence, which would come from a zombie movie or that genre, goes out the window as well. Everyone dies off screen. Everyone dies out of shot. Everyone who is bleeding bleeds black blood, which is just, including Brad Pitt at the end.
So.
Because we can't have blood, so it's like, okay, well, we just have looks like he's been leaning in an inkwell or something. You know, his fucking pen broke. You know, so we can't have that. So straight away, as a zombie movie outright, it's a badly made cake. It's too many ingredients of the wrong thing to make a cake. It's a horror film with no horror. It's an action film which is a PG-13. It's a PG-13 horror movie which can't show blood, gore, action, violence, swearing.
So why the hell are you making a zombie movie?
Exactly. It's all the wrong ingredients.
We didn't need to get to that part in the first place. We could just go back to the very beginning and go, why are you making this zombie movie in the first place? Why?
Well, the thing
Why,
is,
Brad?
the thing is the closest you can see what they were going for. If you look at, again, we're away from the book. We can't compare it to the book, otherwise it's just going to be us going, it's not the book. But you can see what they were going for. They were going for 28 Days Later, but instead of spending $30 million on it, they're going to spend $300 million on it. So it'll be 100 times better. And that's your problem right there.
Well, they want the disaster movie style of things more than anything, set in a zombie apocalypse. That's why they want the 2012 movie, where it's so over the top. You have all these preposterous people that you come across and speak to, and it doesn't go the full Woody Harrelson on the top of the mountain in what's it, Jellystone Park or wherever it was, I forget where it was.
Yellowstone Park. Yeah.
It doesn't go that far with any of the characters at all. So it tries to rein it back a little bit and make it a bit serious because it's a zombie movie. But you have this family thing, and the family thing feels clunky all the way through it as well. It feels very, very forced.
Yeah.
It is. Someone said, "Oh, we need to touch your Spielberg magic."
Yeah, so we need that War of the Worlds film was quite good, and they had a sort of husband, wife, daughter who screams all the time dynamic, and she's a panicker. Oh yeah, we'll throw that in there, and then what we'll do is we'll just stick them on an aircraft carrier, and the kids will be out of the shot every day because they're just being tucked into bed in every single shot for the entire fucking movie.
Get in the bed, but it's 3 in the afternoon, Dad. Just get in the
the
bed.
fucking bed. We're having an emotional
One daughter
scene.
has asthma. She has an inhaler. Now you can forget about that. You can forget about her, actually.
Yeah. Where is she? Oh, she's in bed again. Okay, right, fine. What about
You think about it, it is War of the Worlds, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it draws heavily from Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I Am Legend as well.
Mm.
But there's so much in this that kind of like, how did this get signed off? I mean, it's partly explained by the script merry-go-round they had going. But even so, it is kind of, I think what got me was, it's kind of, there's certain amounts of stupid I can happily deal with, like Brad Pitt surviving the plane crash. All right, he's a hero. These sort of things happen. We've seen Bond do it. We've seen
just down the road
Indy
from
do
the
it.
Who
You know
place
what I
as
mean?
well.
We've seen countless heroes survive plane crashes where really you be hairy jam. In real life.
Not a thing I wanted to. Oh God, get out of my
Harry
head.
Jam's the
Get out
name of my
head.
biography.
Martin, Don't, mate.
Don't
Google
you
that,
do
no.
don't Google.
But you know what I mean? There's certain conventions to an action movie or a disaster movie where you will let them play fast and loose for the sake of heroism and adventure.
Yeah.
However, there's other sorts of stupid in this. Like, here's a family. They're really important until they're not. And they're gone.
Yep.
And then it's kind of, we've got to be really, really quiet. We're hunting zombies. Hello, I'll have my dumb bitch of a wife ring me up at work. For fuck's sake. And I didn't mute my phone.
I'm
Really?
I'm a mobile phone.
Here's a virologist. He's our last best hope. Don't give him a gun, though.
Yeah.
Or let him walk anywhere unattended, for fuck's sake.
Don't give him a fucking spoon. Jesus Christ.
The guy from Casualty, I think he was in Casualty or Holby
He fucking
City.
ended up in Casualty.
He was at the end. On the
was it.
morgue.
That could have been an opening to Casualty, couldn't it? That whole bit on the, what's going to happen here, do you think?
But it's like, that character had no reason to be there. And my tinfoil hat theory is, in one version of the script, because they'd watched I Am Legend, Brad Pitt was a virologist, and someone said, yeah, it's a bit similar to I Am Legend. They might twig we're stealing. All right, we'll add a virologist character we'll get rid of. How? Well, he's on a plane on a dangerous mission. They're surrounded by zombies. I know. How about he falls over and shoots himself in the head?
Jesus fucking
It's like, why couldn't a zombie just have bitten him?
Yeah.
You had to get rid of him. You know what I mean? Is that kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of plotting is this?
Yeah. Well, that's part of the problem, isn't it? When you start thinking into the corners of this, it does become, you have to use action movie logic, because if you don't,
even my action movie logic, that's just really just piss poor.
They should have
You know
had
what I
one
mean?
of the
It just
grunts
doesn't
eating a
make any sense.
banana.
Yeah, I mean, I say there's some things, some of the action sequences, like the opening as it all kicks off, are quite well done. All right, they're stolen shamelessly from War of the Worlds and Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. But you know what I mean? There's a level of competence there. However, on the scripting level, there's no competence whatsoever. It is just kind of like, how do we staple this together? I don't know. Just that'll do.
See, that first half hour, I thought it was cut together so badly. It was way too. You know, you talk about that guy trying to climb over that fence with 100 million shots.
God, from Taken 3.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like some of the moments felt like that. And then all of a sudden,
there was bits of it where he's going, oh, what kind of movie are you in? Found footage, maybe? Quick, make it all jerky and lots of quick shots.
But then there's that bit where they're running through the apartment. Now, bearing in mind, I've never been into an American apartment or anything like that, so I don't know what happens. But in the stairwell, they end up with the stairwell, which has got like big pipes flowing down it, and you're like, this isn't really a place where people live, is it? This doesn't really work. And it's just Warehouse B that they were climbing up just to make it seem a bit better. And it's like, no, this is utter guff.
Considering they filmed a lot of stuff over here, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like a Boots CSR out in Nottingham. And that's where they filmed this. Anybody that says basically central stockroom is what a CSR is.
Keep us on the download. Spit us some facts there, Dal.
I will. I'll just lay them down. And but should we talk about facts? Well, this is
go on in.
Facts. Let's talk about things that contradict themselves, because there's a lot of contradictions in this film. Okay,
here we go.
Oh my God, yeah. Let's go, Jeff Goldblum. I'm thinking. In the stairwell,
right?
Okay,
yeah.
So they get chased up the stairs and whatever, and Brad Pitt's got his weapon. Okay, if you pardon the expression, and he's got his gun. And he's shooting zombies left, right, and centre, right? And they're just falling down. Okay, they're dying. Okay, this is it. And he's just like getting some body shots in there, and they're falling over. Okay, right. Okay. So later on, okay, he goes off to this place to get a refuel for the plane, and he's talking to the soldiers, And they're like, oh, well, if you shoot them in like the arms or the legs or whatever, that'll just slow them down a bit. But yeah,
on
you've got to
bicycles,
take
by the way.
yeah, on bicycles. You got to shoot them in the head. And it's like, really? Because I could have sworn he quite effectively put a few of those down by shooting them in the center of the body, because those fuckers didn't get up again.
Yeah, the twonk from Lost did that, didn't he? Was on the roof.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is it do we shoot them in the head? Are they headshots? Does it differ from country to country, or maybe as the plot requires it? I don't know. What is this one, Soldier? You tell me. And let's talk about this as well, shall we? Okay. One sure thing with this, right? You don't need to find a cure for the zombie plague. What you need to do is you just need to take away Brad Pitt's fucking visa. Okay? Because everywhere he goes, there's death and destruction follows. He goes to the city. What the fuck happens there? Everybody riots. Okay? He fucks off to a place and gets a refuel. What happens is these guys who've been in his bunker, who've survived quite happily up until this point, suddenly quite a few of them die because he's shown up. Every fucking where he goes, people die. He is like the Grim fucking Reaper. I'm surprised he didn't just... In fact, he was in a film as the Grim Reaper. Was it Meet Joe Black?
Joe Black, yeah.
This is it. This is the sequel to Meet Joe Black. This is fuck, here comes Joe Black. That's what it is. Joe Black goes on fucking holiday. That's what it is.
Joe Black World Tour.
Joe Black's Busman's Holiday. That's what it is. Where should I go and reap this time? I'll tell you what, let's go to the fucking Philippines or wherever the fuck it was they went, and yeah, let's go there. There's a few soldiers that could do with dying. So yeah, in a senseless way, on bicycles, as you say. What was the point of the bicycles? Did I miss something?
I don't know.
To travel fast but travel quiet, which is kind of ironic considering they went.
Yeah, exactly. Give them the squeakiest bikes you can find. Yeah. Okay, how about that? And so that, okay, and also let's talk about noise, shall we? Because apparently they don't know, they're quite free flowing with the noise thing as well. Okay, so we go to Israel. Okay, and you've got everybody unifying and having a lovely little sing-song. Okay, and the zombies hear this and they come climbing up because people were making noise, and this is a bad thing, right? Okay, so what about the helicopters that are flying around the outside of the city, bringing back into the city, right? Those great big fucking things with the diesel fucking jet engine things on them, flying in and out of the city. They don't count? No? Oh, okay. Well, how about the C-10s and the fucking jetliners that keep landing in fucking Tel Aviv airport? What about them? Well, no, because it's organic noise. Oh, really? Okay. So when we get to the hospital later on where they're going through and Clunky McClunkboy is playing the drums on everything he meets, right? The one who appears in later on in Stomp in the Drury Lane. So how is it that the zombies hear him? Because he's not making any biological noises. He's hitting metal against metal. So what is it? Is it a biological sound, or is this all just bullshit? Is that what it is?
It happens because we need it for the movie to happen.
Yes, it does. Yes, I appreciate you get off my back about that.
Yes. There is a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. Too much of that. Okay? This is it. It's just... this is why. It's not even... This has got nothing to do with the book now. This is plotting. This is the science of this fucking film.
One thing I really struggled with this time round as well, because when you watch these movies and you have a big name as the main draw for the movie, a lot of the time I can watch the movie and that character, well, that person, that actor or actress will fall into the character and I will go along with it. Unfortunately, when I was watching this, I was just sat there going, there's Brad Pitt. There's Brad Pitt. There he is. There's Brad Pitt. There's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
He wasn't his character. He was just
Brad Pitt.
There's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
There's Brad Pitt.
And his next scarf of intensity.
There's Brad Pitt. And it really takes it out.
Yeah.
Now compare that to War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. I suppose for a little bit you could go, there's Tom Cruise. But then when he's playing baseball in the garden with his kids, you're like, okay, yeah, this is kind of working for me. But no, throughout that whole movie, it was, no, there's Brad Pitt, and now he's got an axe.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Well, part of the thing is because, I mean, you know, not that I'm Tom Cruise's biggest fan or nothing, but the one thing that happens in War of the Worlds, which doesn't happen in World War Z in any way, shape, or form, is there are characters that develop from start to finish. When he starts, he's a selfish arsehole who just wants to get out of town and doesn't understand his kids. By
he's
the
not
end
the most
of it,
competent man in that or person in that film either, which is great. It's like big star, not like, hey, I'm the know-it-all hero. He's not. His kids are more fucking useful in that situation than he is.
Exactly, and it's the thing I always like with films like Raiders of the Lost Ark, for example. The hero is the hero, but the hero is fallible. The hero makes mistakes. The hero gets hurt. When a hero is completely indestructible and utterly unstoppable and utterly on the ball with absolutely everything, and is never at once put on the back foot, then you just go, that's the actor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can see right there's your vanity project.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, here's the actor, and the actor's going, no, I wouldn't do this. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I will. My character will survive this explosion of an airplane in midair by a fucking grenade in a pressurized canister.
Should we go back a step, though, for that? All right, let's just take that back about 10 seconds where somebody's firing off a firearm inside a pressurized cabin.
Yes.
Did we forget? Okay, Brad, so what are these bullets? Are they plastic bullets? Is that what it is? Is it a catapult that's in the shape of a gun? Is it a paintball
Let's
gun?
give them the benefit of the doubt and say that she didn't miss. But the fact of the matter is, you've just put. I mean, I hate to be the one to bring science in on this one for a second, but
you'd be the first one, Lee, to do that. I think. I don't think any of us have mentioned any scientific.
We've not done the S word yet.
No,
we haven't. No,
but that's breaking up a whole different canister of shit, isn't it?
No. But have you done anything like that, Jim Elton? Have you mentioned? No, of course not. No. Well, this is interestingly. You've taken.
I did hear if you fire a gun in a plane, you will get sucked off.
Yes,
I might have got that wrong.
I've seen that on the website. On the website.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm going to go find my passport.
Yes. But the fact of the matter is, a plane is pressurized, so it's already got a massive pressure of air inside that's better than that's stronger and heavier and more pressurized than the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you let off a detonator device, the reason why bombs take planes out so bloody easily, you know, when you see like a bomb in a war or something like that, it goes boom, and unless it's like the size of a fucking like grenade, massive fucking tank shell, it's usually quite a small sort of kind of thing, little tiny pop. The reason
this is why we don't have Christmas crackers on planes anymore.
Yeah,
okay,
but the thing is, a sudden outburst of energy and pressure wave from a bomb, even if it's small, will be enough to basically rip the plane apart, because the plane is literally pressurized inside to keep from blowing outwards. When you suddenly shove an extra fucking ton of air into this thing and blast it out, it's like just overfilling a balloon. So you're putting a grenade, you're blowing a grenade up inside this thing. The pressure wave would basically turn everyone into, again, to use the phrase, hairy jam. It would literally just go... Everyone inside would just go... Do you remember that guy who went in the spacesuit, without a spacesuit in the lift in fucking Outland? And he just went down and it just went pop because he was pressurized inside. Outside had no pressure. He went pop. That is what would happen inside that plane. It wouldn't just blow a hole in the side. It would be like, boom, that's the end of the plane. So
that's it.
You're back to action movie physics. Well, if you're going to do that, then forget it all. Where's the tension? I mean, the thing all the way through it, all I kept thinking was, nobody's thought about anything in this at all. Like nobody's put a hand's toss of thought into anything. Oh, look, there's a whole ant's nest worth of zombies rising up in a big fucking obvious column up a wall. Nobody's in these helicopters looking, going, yeah, that looks a bit dodgy. Maybe we should stop them.
Maybe we should radio that in.
Yeah.
Or maybe just try and be quiet on the other side of the fucking wall.
But hang on. How's that sound getting over those walls? Those walls are about like 500-600 feet high. I mean, you're talking. That's like someone at the bottom of a skyscraper shouting to someone at the top. How is anyone hearing that? Are you telling me if you're standing outside?
Yes, because you can hear football stadiums.
You can hear football stadiums. Yes, but from how far away, mate?
Quite a way, depending on how the wind's blowing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can you hear them? Can you hear them over an entire patrol of hundreds of helicopters and jet planes flying overhead? Yeah. No, I think is the answer you're about to give me, especially considering the walls are higher than most football stadiums.
Oh, they are, yes. Yeah.
And there was about 50 people down the bottom there giving it a sing-song.
Yep.
So, right. That's your first problem right there. Second problem, right? Why is there no one on that wall with a gun? No guards, no patrols, no nothing. The helicopters miss everything. Because if it didn't happen, if they put a single bit of thought in there, the film wouldn't happen. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's it. That's the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, you go, why is Nova Scotia, this refugee place in Nova Scotia, why is that completely safe? Why is that safe? And secondly, why, in a world which is now in a scarcity period with no fuel, are people ferrying quote-unquote non-essential people in big jets off the fucking aircraft carrier, wasting all that fuel to drop them in Nova Scotia when you have an entire flotilla of boats? Why not just put them on a different boat?
Yep.
And would Brad Pitt's wife and two daughters make any difference to that fucking aircraft carrier's resources? Would they? No. Exactly. Because apart from anything, the two fucking daughters never fucking wake up.
Very true.
They are continually in bed for 3 entire weeks. And
typical teenagers.
Fucking teenagers, I tell you. So that's the problem. As soon as you start thinking about any of it, you just go, things have to happen the way they happen, because otherwise the film won't progress. There's not actually logical progression of, why are we going here? Why are we going here? Why is Brad Pitt even brought in? He's not a virologist.
Well, it starts off with you looking for patient zero.
What does he do as a job?
But he loses the virologist, so that's a busted flush. And then they sort of forget that halfway through, and he comes with his own crackpot idea.
Exactly. So what does he actually do? What is his actual job?
What is his job? Why do they need him so? What is it? What is his job that he's so good at?
Well, he's a UN investigator, which is very, very vague.
Okay. Well, that explains everything.
And there's no other UN investigators at all
He's
on
a
that.
particularly good one, though.
But
Really?
And he's retired as well. We need you back, David. Brad, whatever the fuck your name is.
But to create a
Greg.
vaccine, you don't need patient zero, do you?
No.
Well, now you've got like specimens like everywhere fucking forming human towers.
As if like the last 3 or 4 years haven't taught us anything. That you don't, and things evolve from the very first start, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
And
it's the fact that only one guy in a basement knows that Israel knew better, and the rest of the world somehow isn't aware of this. It's like, Are we in a world without phones? Oh no, because Brad Pitt got rung up at an inopportune moment. But for fuck's sake, it's like a whole country. I think people might have noticed they were preparing, and they were doing a bit better than everywhere else.
Wouldn't someone with, I don't know, a spy satellite, I don't know, like the US military complex might notice this?
Home base in Israel has run out of concrete sandbags as well.
Yeah.
So, well, I wonder what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it looks like something taller than the Great Wall of China, circling the entire fucking city-state.
Are they making a massive bird bath? I wonder.
Yeah. And then you get to the whole thing of suddenly 1 minute they've got all the streets are empty, next minute there's millions of people and everyone's a fucking zombie, and it's like, well, I know there's the 11-second rule, but presumably when you got like only 3 or 4 zombies falling over this fucking edge, because not many made it over.
No.
Apart from anything, they didn't like completely turn to smush after hitting the ground from a 500-foot drop.
Yeah, a lot of them should have just gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Harry Jam rule applies.
Exactly, the Harry Jam rule, and then and again you got that whole thing of like, well, we can't show them hitting the ground because if we did, then we'd have to imply that they couldn't walk. So the helicopters have to miss them. There has to be no guards on the walls. They have to survive a fall which is like taller than the fucking Shard, and people have to make noise over everything for the zombies who are a fucking mile away to hear it over that goddamn wall. And then on top of that, they've got to get in via some convoluted means of having trillions of the fuckers roll up the wall.
Yeah.
It's just like, no. It stops being scary just by dint of the fact you're sitting there going, but why? Pretty much sitting there all the way through going, but why?
The thing is, it's not supposed to be scary. We're making a zombie movie that isn't supposed to be scary because it's PG-13, I'm guessing, or 15 at the most.
No, PG-13.
So
over here it would have been a 12.
It's just got to look cool. And I personally don't mind the columns of zombies because I think that idea is very cool. And the way that it moves like a wave as well. I don't mind that because it looks cool.
Well, the only thing I'll give this film is it did do that first, and Train to Busan came along and said, we'll nick that and do it better.
Yeah, which is fair. I mean, the bit in the plane is the probably the only time, but that's because I have a fear of flying, where I went, put the plane down, 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 like that. But
apart from that zombie that turned around and went, clack, 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 clack.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Started snapping his teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just, I don't know. I find the problem with this movie is it's neither fish nor fowl. It's neither horror film or competent action movie. And it's got the failings of both. With horror films, you have to have the idiot characters. With action movies, you have to have the indestructible, infallible hero. And all the way through, you've got to find excuses to have action set pieces. And as soon as you're onto that, it's just like...
Yeah, but in the action ones, you also have... You have the hero, but you have something that goes against that. You have that Dick Dastardly type person there that you can't wait to actually die and get taken out by the zombies. And there is no character like that.
Oh, I could have fucking waited for him to cark it.
Who?
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but that's the hero, though, isn't it?
Sorry, what was that, Dal?
I said I'd pay to see this film again if they had Dick Dastardly in it. Fuck me.
Muttley! What are you doing there, Muttley? You confounding buffoon! Peter, bloody perfect.
I know it goes back on what we said about the timing and having the 11-second rule, which is broken immediately. But the problem with that is that they made such a big thing about it, and having that toy do the 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is such a set piece in there that is establishing concrete rules for this film. And then it pisses all over them.
Yeah. And again, it's that whole thing of it gives you instructions and information. Like you see the homeless person drinking the booze.
Yep.
And the zombies all run past him right at the beginning. Yep. Then you see the man in the street in Philly, and all the zombies run past him. Then you see the kid in Israel, and the zombies all run past him. And it immediately, I mean, you've twigged that there's something different with these people, and you're like, right, okay, there's your answer right there. So that's the action movie MacGuffin sort of thing. But then you think, well, if that's the case, and the zombie virus doesn't want to be in people who are ill, does that necessarily mean that the entire country of people who have survived are basically suffering from everything from gonorrhea to fucking late stage fucking AIDS? So, hooray, we've won, but we're all dead anyway.
Yeah. Man, we're a fucking mess.
Yeah, exactly. Well done us, but guess what? I'm going to die of syphilis next week. Yeah, well, but I didn't get caught by the zombies. Hey. And, you know.
I've got leprosy, though.
Yeah. Get Liam Neeson. I got late stage AIDS.
So could you actually pretend to have a limp and like survive?
Yeah. Just sit there and go, and then watch them run past you.
Yeah. Or you get a text and go, "Oh, you can't have me. I've got hot arms." Okay.
Yeah.
Me go. Bye.
Yeah. But again, if me no eat you, me go somewhere else. You have cold.
Candygram for Zombo. Candygram for Zombo.
Me Zombo.
Side here, please. Me no right.
Zombo like candy.
What about the third act in the Who building? What was that a?
I had visions of fucking that. You know that chocolate advert with the gorilla on the drums? Because that's it. It was Phil Collins, wasn't it? That's who it was, playing the role of Dr. Bloke, who came along with Brad Pitt. Because Jesus H. Christ, has there ever been a man with such a lack of spatial awareness? Honestly. It's like, you know, Brad Pitt's walking along, stepping on squeaky toys and everything like this as he goes, not bothering to look down, right? Okay, and keeping an eye on his environment right around him. Okay, and you got this other bloke who's just like, take the shit off of him. Okay, don't give him anything that's made of metal or any hard surface. Anything like
this
that.
bloke a crowbar.
Yeah. Put idiot mittens on him. You know those ones where you used to have the bit of string going up the sleeves of your fucking arm tied to the other mitten. So if you pulled one arm, you'd smack yourself in the face. You want to give him those, right?
I'll tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of you might remember this more than anyone else, Dal, but do you remember the Mary Whitehouse experience with David Baddiel trying to get into his house as a student without waking up anyone?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, dear, I've turned on the elephant alarm. I'm just going to make myself a slice of toast, and then the toaster kind of goes, pa-doing.
Oh, man. I'm surprised they didn't have one of those old-style video recorders in that place that he broke into, you know, where he backs into it. Yeah. He sits on the buttons. Oh, dear, I've woken up in 209.
Yeah. And then,
it only makes those noises at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Sitting there going, what on earth is an automatic piano from the 1800s doing in the fucking research room? Ding, 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 ding. Oh God, it's the wrong time. It's the wrong time to set off my boombox. Oh dear, I've kicked off the greatest hits of Jay-Z playing in the background. Oh fuck! I should have.
I happen to have fallen over this gospel choir, which I do keep on the floor of my living room.
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
Steel drum.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to be perfectly quiet. Are you sure? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. What about you, one-man band person?
Who'd have thought they'd keep the entire trombone section of the New York Philharmonic Orchestra here in the bathroom at the Who Institute in Wales?
What do you think, John Williams? Fucking Coco the Clown with big squeaky shoes. That was comical, though, wasn't it? I mean, right from the office.
What do you think, THX man?
It's at no point. At no point did that having him along make any sense whatsoever. Oh, you'll get lost in this area. Will you really? What you mean?
Just
it's
run
a
around in
maze.
circles.
No, it's not. It's an office block.
Yeah.
Quite clearly. It's probably a polytechnic. Come on.
Yeah. I was going to say.
It's not a polytechnic, it's a university.
I like the way that they said, you have to go
Sure,
across
the
the
bollocks.
Sky Bridge. What? The one that connects the floor 1 to the floor 1 over there? We can walk across a car park to get there, can't we?
Yes.
Yes.
No, but it's the Sky Bridge.
Yeah.
Bridge
What?
of Sky.
I just, God.
Sky Bridge.
Sky Bridge.
No, it's
It's on the first floor.
it's a bridge sponsored by Sky.
It's not exactly the Petronas Towers, is it?
No. It's, yeah. It's a Sky Bridge when you're coming out. And fucking hell. Sky Bridge. The Sky
Got to go
Sports.
through the glades in Bromley. What's a glades in Bromley doing here in Cardiff? Why not?
Are you ready, Patrick Moore? Hold on, I'll just bring me xylophone.
Oh,
Fucking Stephen Hawking trundling along behind him.
We will go this way.
Brought fucking Leo Sayer along. Well, I'm a one-man band. Nobody knows nor understands.
What? Oh, good Lord. Fucking the most. You know, might as well have just called him automatic tension creator. It's just like, oh no, I've kicked a can. Oh no, there's some glass.
And when he started doing found that karaoke system and started singing the greatest hits of the Doors, come on, touch me, baby.
Yeah.
Baby, baby.
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. I mean,
do you know what? This could be another fucking Humphrey, or another Red October, couldn't it? You know, like where Red October's got like football fields and stuff like this. It's the many talents of the useless twat that came along with him.
Yeah, the useless, the king of silence. This is the sound of silence. Yeah, disturbed man.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking rubbish. I mean,
Now here's my tribute to death metal band Napalm Death.
Yeah, here's heavy metal by Ugly Kid Joe. Yay! Yeah, exactly. But did anyone else not think, what was the problem with Brad Pitt's ability to read the virus bottles when he was going? Oh, what should I put in my arm? What should I put in my arm? And it's
I'm sport for choice.
Yeah, I'm spoiled for choice. Is he
It was also kind of, he got a big drawer of syringes.
Mm.
and there's lots of them there, all like, properly wrapped, sterile. Which one does he go for? He goes for fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde's heroin works. Literally, let me get the biggest, oldest, scariest fucking thing I can find and just stick it in my arm.
Yeah. Not only that, probably infect himself with smallpox and then immediately infect the world with that. Yeah, I mean, he didn't look, did he? No idea. Just, Jesus Christ. But anyway,
it was like I was expecting. Oh no, I forgot my glasses.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that would have been it, wouldn't it?
Where have I put my door keys? On my phone. Has anybody seen that? It's the wife again.
Yeah. As the bloke's walking down, boom, tss, boom. Tss. Oh, your phone's going off. Keep it down.
Phone jacker.
Hello. I'm in the World Health Organization. Lots of zombies. Gotta keep it quiet. Ciao. Fuck me. But anyway, so what was the finale then? I mean, really? I mean, all he did was he got to the stuff, injected himself, and then just walked out.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that was it, yes.
Basically, I mean, that's the thing with this movie is kind of, I mean, to be honest, I mean, apart from Captain Clatter aside, and can I give you the biggest fucking heroin needle I can find? That last sequence of going in, getting the virus, that was quite well done. But then what do we guys go? And let's finish on a montage.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like doing the bullseye ending. Here's what you could have won.
Yeah.
We could have shown you helicopters shooting mounds of zombies. But you know what? We didn't.
Yes.
That's
We
right.
could have
yeah,
shown
they
you
had
tanks
massive
blowing
ones,
away
didn't they?
zombies. But we didn't. Where
could
did
have
all the money go? Don't fucking...
Yeah. By the way, I'm just sticking this in the middle here before we wrap it up. Our caption to say that we've reached the end of the podcast. Captain Clatter's heroin needle.
Oh, it's not Brad Pitt's drum kit then. No.
Oh yeah, Brad. No. I think Captain Clatter's heroin needle is a good one. We'll do that. So there you go. I'm just putting that in there now, so that we don't get people skipping to the end.
Okay.
But because I've had messages, people worried about cheating, But
Really?
anyway, no, not really. No.
I was going to say.
But anyway, but the montage is just him walking past all the zombies with an armful of deadly diseases, and it's like, well done.
This week on Supermarket Sweep.
You got leprosy, anthrax, botulism,
I also
scarlet
read.
fever, cuddly toy.
I also read on the X-ray thing of the drink part where he has a can of drink. I think it said on there that there's something in the book where they create root beer, and it's like, oh wow, we're actually starting to win this thing and come back and have actual things that we had from the past.
Yep.
And that was supposed to be a little nod towards that. But really, it was just a great place to put a massive Pepsi sign, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then have him drink it for a full 10 seconds while heroic music plays.
Yeah, and it suddenly streams down his face and over his body, and it's slow motion.
Michael Jackson with his hair on fire comes in.
Yeah.
Don't know what he's
Keep
doing
it
there,
down.
but, Ooh, fucking hell, my hair's on fire.
Hold on, I'll save you. Doom, 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 doom.
Mate, can you stop wearing buckets for shoes?
Donk, donk, donk. Hold on, I'll go in my sneaking clogs.
I'll go Sam Fisher on them. That's what I'll do.
With me tap shoes.
Sam Fisher.
Right. I think we'll wrap it up there. But congratulations to Mark Forster and Damon Lindelof and Mike JMS and Max Brooks and Uncle Tom Cobley and all for making the most non-scary zombie movie known to man. Probably, actually, you know what? I think I was more scared by playing Plants vs. Zombies than watching this film. I dared ask, but Elton, how was your potato meter before we move on?
Oh, nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Nice.
If anything, the potatoes had ran out of my house and dug themselves back into the ground.
Reverse potato.
Yeah.
A rare reverse potato. Wow. Nice.
It's just like a wrestling move, that, isn't it? The reverse potato.
Yeah, that's what happens if I've been sitting on cold tiles for too long. Get a reverse
A joke by Billy Connolly about the bloke who goes into a wrestling ring to wrestle this big sort of wrestling bloke who's got two moves. He's got the half pretzel, which paralyzes you, and the full pretzel, which that's it. You're done for.
Mm.
And this little bloke manages to beat this wrestler, and they say to him, "So how did you beat him?" And he goes, "Well, as he had me in like the half pretzel, I saw this big, massive willy right in front of me, so I bit into it. And it's amazing the strength you get when you bite your own willy."
Nice.
Oh, how about that for a tangent?
That's a good one. Yes, that's a good tangent. I like that. So before we wrap it up, has anyone got anything additional you wish to add about World War Z?
No, not at all.
No.
To the cast and crew, you need to go away, sit in a room, and think about what the fuck you've done. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Or as you used to say, Lee, jump into this fucking photon torpedo. Here's a plastic steering wheel, and don't come back until you've learned to turn the fucking thing around.
Yeah. I'm just gonna fire you into the sun and don't come back until you've managed to turn it around. Yeah, that'll do. That'll definitely do. Oh God, Damon fucking Lindelof, my eternal curse.
Man.
Anyway, Jim, anything additional you'd like to add?
No. Stay away from Captain Gladys heroin needle, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Brilliant. All right, Darren, I'll leave the last one to you. There you go. I think we'll leave it there. That's good.
Never again.
Never
again. Never forget, but never again.
Never forget, never again. Nice.
This is it. I've watched it twice. I don't have to fucking watch it again. And people listening to this, we watched this so you didn't fucking well have to. Okay?
Yes.
Let's not give it any more money than it's already had.
I can't believe they gave Lindelof a job, considering that World War Z came in after Star Trek Into Darkness and after Prometheus and after Cowboys and Aliens.
Do you know what I reckon, right? When Damon Lindelof finally dies, they're going to go into his house, right? And they're going to find a basement, right? And when they go into his basement, they're going to find all kinds of photographs and negatives of various people, right, who were in positions of power, okay?
You can tell the Dean, I've still got the photos of him.
Yeah, exactly.
And my tutor.
Yeah, indeed. One or two studio executives wearing ball gags, that kind of thing.
Oh, God. Yeah. Right.
That's how he's got the jobs, mate. It's blackmail. That's all it is. It's it ain't through skill and talent. It's really not.
Oh, God. Hold on. I can almost hear the tickety-tack, tick-tack, tick-tack of people typing in, yes, but Watchmen TV show. So,
yeah. What about the was it Leftovers? What about that? I'll tell you what, even a broken clock's right twice a day. Right? Okay? That's it.
Nice.
That's all I'm going to say.
Anyway, right. Let's leave it there. So, yes, that's that. Thank you, Darren. I think that was all the hell we needed to go through.
I think we needed something cathartic to just moan about. just to fucking just.
I don't think
slate.
we need an excuse to moan, if I'm honest.
Well, no.
If I'm honest, based on past performance.
But, to quote that character in Poltergeist, this room has been cleansed.
This house is clean.
Right. Okay. Well, in which case, we're moving on. If you want to watch World War Z, may God have mercy on your soul, but it's over on Amazon Prime or
Just
in Elton's
remember,
house
you
on
fucking
DVD.
asked for it.
Elton's house on DVD. Anyway, so let's move on. Jim, you're up this week. It's your turn, sir.
It is indeed.
What joys do you have to regale us with?
Batman fucking ninja, innit? That's what it is.
You'd be no less than you deserve.
Funny you should say that, Darren.
Well, no, I thought, well, we're into the winter season. Let's have something wintry.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, what's available on Netflix, which isn't a terrible, soppy, Christmas, vague rom-com and streaming and whatnot. I found, that ticks a big box. Very snowy indeed. It's got snow in the title. It's on Amazon Prime.
Uh-oh.
And I think I'm going to go for Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Did we do that?
No.
We haven't.
You watched it and you had opinions. I watched it. I didn't mind it, but I haven't watched it in a very long time. So, okay. Snowpiercer.
All right.
Yep. Not the movie, the Bong Joon-ho, not the TV show, the Bong Joon-ho movie.
Yep, that's the one.
Yes.
Cool.
Brilliant. Okie dokie. So there you go. Set in the year 2031, the entire world is frozen except for those aboard the Snowpiercer. There you go. That's also with Chris Evans.
Tilda Swinton.
Yep. Jamie Bell and Ed Harris, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and John Hurt as well. There you go.
Yeah, all-star cast.
All-star cast. And lots of digital snow. So, brilliant. Let's see how that comes out. So, yes, Snowpiercer, that's on, what is that on Netflix, did you say?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Brilliant. Okay, Amazon Prime's doing quite well out of us. Cool. So, have you seen Snowpiercer, Elton?
Yes, I have, yes.
Okay, are you looking forward to watching it again?
Yeah, I am actually, yeah.
Okie dokie. Darren? Yep. Okay. I think we can derive all the answers from that.
I will watch it again and I will see if I have a different opinion of it this time. I may very well see it in a different light.
Cool. Okie dokie.
All my sort of like, all my stuff has been spent, anger and whatever,
Yeah.
This has been very cathartic today.
Okie dokie. Right. Well, we'll see. I have seen it. I saw it when it first came out. I am quite looking forward to watching it again because I had a lot of opinions about a lot of bits of it, and I'm kind of interested to see how. You're right there, Down. Stop fucking about with your microphone. It's fallen off.
I knocked it.
I know. No worries. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So cool. There you go. Snowpiercer, Amazon Prime, next week's movie. Brilliant. Good work, Jim. So
no problem.
Let's go over to Pimp's Corner. And let's start with you, Jim. What's going on over Hypnogoria.com?
I've just released a reading of the second to last occult detective story featuring Mr. Flaxman Lowe.
Mm-hmm.
And in the next couple of days, I'm dropping the next commentary club, in which we watched the full fat Cannes cut of the original Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, blimey. Is that the one with or without the goblins music?
That is one with lots of goblin.
Okay, I was going to say because
it's the one with it's the longest version with lots of everything.
Yeah, it's about 180 minutes or something, isn't it?
138, I think.
Okay,
remember
cool.
rightly.
Nice. Does it have the Rod Stewart zombie having his head lopped off?
Oh yes, it does.
Nice.
Yeah, the Cannes cut is the one that has all the bits.
all the bits, all
Yes.
the time. Nice, brilliant. Okie dokie. And that's over at hypnogoria.com. Yes,
It is indeed.
lovely. And what about you, Elton? What's happening in Rogue 2 Media?
I am talking about cars going round in circles with Andy.
The birthday
And
boy.
yep, birthday boy. And also, I'm still walking around on the Great Bear Island in the long dark. This time, I'm getting lost in Ash Canyon.
As we've all done at one time or another.
Yes,
I don't know. I've never played it.
That's
Brilliant. Okay.
don't go to Ash Canyon. It's
No.
fucking horrible.
We never go to Ravenholm either. So,
No,
right.
we don't.
no, we don't. Sorry. Darren, anything else? You appearing on anything else apart from wanted posters and Crime Watch?
No,
No.
not at all.
Brilliant. Well, that'll do me then. So that's cool. So we're all done. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
No problem.
And we shall see you all next week for Snowpiercer. So until then, take care. See you all soon. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
Dum tsh, dum tsh, dum tsh. Honk, honk.
Johnny Briggs.
Oh, bollocks to it.